just don't close the door to Allah. Because a lot of, I noticed, like, you know, especially because I was there when I was young, I shut all doors. You know? No fasting, no praying, no whatever, you know, macam malas nak buat apa-apa. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mizz Nina Azman, but most people know me by the name of Mizz Nina. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Ramai orang tanya, like, okay, how is it that you could let go everything that you worked so hard for all your life? I'm not saying that, you know, I don't appreciate what happened before and what I did, you know. I definitely am very grateful and respect all of the things that I did before, you know, the good and the bad, because my past makes me who I am today. But however, you know, while I was climbing the ladder, I felt like I was really missing something, and I've been doing that for such a long time. I've been in the entertainment industry for so long, I've been performing for so long that I felt, you know, it's just a routine. I felt empty, I didn't feel like myself. And I feel like I was growing, you know, I was moving into a new dimension, a new era of my life. And I think that's why it was easier for me to let go, because when I decided to really embrace Islam, I felt like, you know what, this is the beginning of a new life, and a beginning of a new life, of a life which I don't know how long it will be, into the next eternal life. So it's like, it's just a transition. People may think that it was the peak of my life, but I feel like it wasn't the peak. It was just a stopover, and now I'm still climbing in another way. And I think the pinnacle and peak will be, inshallah, in Jannah. I think for the transition, the most difficult part was, you know, slowly changing my lifestyle. You know, it took me a while to slowly stop going to the places I used to go. It took me a while to accept that I want to wear the hijab and to do it for the right reasons. It took me a while to actually, you know, go for Hajj. That for me was a challenge before, but after Hijrah, selepas Hijrah, it's more about staying istiqamah. I think that is a challenge, and a challenge that all of us face, and it's an everyday struggle. The struggle is real. If you seek the path to knowledge, Allah will make the path of paradise easy for you. There's a hadith that says that. And when I think about that, it gives me motivation that, you know what, when I seek knowledge, which helps me stay istiqamah, it will get me, inshallah, what I want, which is Jannah. Al-Fatiha has a huge effect on me, because it is the first surah that I ever memorized. It's the first surah that I've ever understood. And it is something that we say every single day. And it is everything all in one. You know, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we seek guidance from Him alone, we ask from Him alone. And at the same time, you know, subhanAllah, we ask for the straight path, we ask for Him to give us, to be of those who are righteous, not of those who are misguided. So, and at the same time, it's also a conversation between us and Allah, me and Allah. So it's very like, it's a very strong surah. Inshallah, one day I'd love to write a book. I don't know what kind of book, but any kind of book, inshallah. Maybe on my reflections or, you know, hijrah. Then number two, I would like to be able to really understand the kalam of Allah, the Quran, be able to really, you know, memorize a lot, really understand the Arabic, you know, to the point that when I listen to Quran and when I read it, I know exactly what Allah is trying to tell me. And then, you know, I want to go to Iceland, inshallah, because it's so beautiful. Yeah, Iceland is definitely in my bucket list. Maybe climb a mountain like Annapurna or something one day, inshallah. And yeah, a lot more traveling. I think for remaja sekarang and for teenagers or young adults, the most important thing is to ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? Why am I here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? and to try to put things into perspective. My advice is, don't live just for dunya. Put Allah first, Islam, Prophet Muhammad SAW, and then your dreams and aspirations, your family, and everything else. Because if that is in perspective, inshallah, everything's going to go okay for you, inshallah. Make sure you have a strong foundation in Islam. Don't forget to pray. Regardless of whatever you're doing, just pray. Don't shut any door to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fine, if you don't pray, at least fast. If you don't fast, at least pray. Or if you don't do any of that, at least make dua to Allah to help you. You know what I mean? Like, just don't close the door to Allah. Because a lot of, I noticed, especially because I was there when I was young, I shut all doors. No fasting, no praying, no whatever, macam malas nak buat apa-apa. Yeah, so my advice to youngsters is don't close those doors. Keep that connection with Allah.